very disappointed with our performance, and it comes back to me. I'll take credit for some of it. Offensively, the first half was embarrassing. I mean, that's ridiculous. They've got a good defensive football team. They got some good players, but we couldn't. Didn't seem like we could get in their way. You couldn't run block. I mean, we're trying to run the option outside, release the tackles. They can't touch the linebackers. They just dodge them, or whatever. And we kept getting behind, and we couldn't pass protect enough to be able to throw the ball. We had pretty decent, at least in the first half, with the special teams. We were able to keep them way down in that end some, so they ended up with a lot of yards. The touchdown right before half was disappointing because we backed them up a little bit and we just made a mistake. I thought the second half was a little better. We were able to hold the ball a little more. We never could get anything really going on offense, and the defense played much better in the second half. We got them off the field. So I saw some things that were encouraging by the defense, and the offense, to say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. Just really frustrated with that right now.
Questions for Coach Thompson? Please be sure to raise your hand. You got a microphone.
More surprise, shock, kind of with offense?
Now, I knew they're good on defense. I mean, they came in, and I mean, they're good, but right from the very first play on. I mean, the first play we were going to try to block the guy, the read key, and we duck our head. We get a 3-yard loss, and that was almost like verbatim the way it started last year. And then we didn't hold our poise very well, and too many just missed assignments. And against a good team, you can't play from behind the sticks all the time. You're not going to survive against them second 12. That's why they were giving up 18% on third down. They're pretty good. Those guys up front are real good, the front seven, and they got them in waves. So, like I said, it's disappointing.
It seemed like they did a real good job of disguising that corner blitz. The timing was really good.
Yeah, we've got a guy that should get out. And the same thing, we had 2 play action passes where they turned the guy loose down the middle of the field, and we don't pull out to block the guys. Not that we worked on it all week. It's hard to explain sometimes.
Can you talk a little bit about Diedrich? He seemed to.
I thought he played hard. I thought our kids continued to fight. I mean, we came out in the second half and continued to fight and play hard. We were just, we were outmanned up there a little bit. Offensive line versus defensive line wasn't a fair fight.
I guess the lone sort of bright spot was the way the defense played towards the end of the second half.
We played better in the second half. I glanced at the stats. I think they had 360 yards at halftime.
They had 26.
Yeah, well, the offense kind of helped a little bit in the third quarter by staying on the field, and I don't know how many possessions were in the second half. There weren't as many in the first half. The offense was totally inept, so the defense was out there. And in the second half, it was a little better. But, yeah, I mean, I thought there were some positives with the defense, if you can say that when you give up 440 yards. But most of it was in the first half.
1 or 2 more for Coach.
Now that you're 4 games into the season, 3 wins, 1 loss, what do you take away from that? What's the message you want?
Well, you got to keep getting better. So like I told our team, it's not a division game, which is a good thing. We're going to see the same kind of athletes next week when Miami comes in here. So we've got to be able to play better. I mean, we've got to have a little pride and throw our bodies around, get in front of some people, and play better.